How's it going, guys? JP here, and welcome back to BodyBags. This is week number 30. Already 30 weeks, that is pretty crazy. So, the film that I decided to review today is a film that I wanted to revisit. I had it on the shelf, I seen it back in the year it came out, I haven't seen it since, so I just felt like I wanted to revisit this film. I did like it the first time I seen it, and it is called Silent Hill from the year 2006 with the tagline of "Enjoy Your Stay." So Silent Hill, based on the video games, which I actually didn't play. I played the second game a little bit. I was much more always of a Resident Evil kind of guy. I love the original Resident Evil games on the PS1. But anyway, let's get into this review. Silent Hill. We follow a woman and her daughter. She's trying to return her adopted daughter to the hometown where she was adopted from, which is Silent Hill. This mysterious town plagued by a bad history. She takes her daughter there, and on her way into the town, she crashes her car. Right away, there's something not so right. There's a very thick fog throughout the town. It's pretty much abandoned, and there's like this ash falling from the sky. Eventually, she is caught up by the police officer who was chasing her, and the daughter escapes. She's looking for the daughter throughout the town. Pretty much they start running into all the different type of scary demon ghost creature things that are part of the Silent Hill game, and they're trying to escape that along with finding the daughter. They run into a crazy cult of townspeople that are in Silent Hill. And it's kind of like this whole thing where it's like, it seems like it's different dimensions or something like that, where on the outside of Silent Hill, the husband is looking for her and everything's all like normal. And then on the inside of Silent Hill, there's, fog and these demon creatures, but then there's also the regular townspeople. It's really kind of weird. Maybe if I played the games, I would understand it a little bit better. A lot of CGI in this one. I noticed that there was, plenty of CGI to go around, which is kind of a downer. I wish they would have blended it more with practical effects. I know you have to have CGI in this film to kind of do the things that they want to do, but if they would have blended it with a little more practicals, I would have been much more satisfied. There is a lot of atmosphere, and it does kind of feel like it's weird because it does really kind of feel like a video game at times. You can see where elements of the game were probably pulled and put into the film. I was kind of bored a lot of the film early on. I was like, man, I remember this being way better. And then a little bit later in the film, the final act, it starts really picking up, and that's where the main entertainment comes from this film. I wish it would have been cut down a bit because it is, I believe it's like over 2 hours long, or right at the 2 hour mark. I think this could have been a 90-minute movie for sure. There is some flashback scenes with, narration that I actually really like those scenes. I wish they would have went into more of what each of the, creatures were, like the pyramid head guy and the nurses and stuff, because they were very interesting. I do feel like this film felt like it was conflicted in what it wanted to be. It was almost like it's trying to be a mainstream, popular horror film, but at the same time it has these really dark, deaths and stuff that almost seem like they should have been, too dark for such a mainstream film, but they kind of, pumped the brakes a bit because it seems like they wanted to do more than they actually ended up doing with the violence. It seems like there's a lot of dark elements to this, and I just really wish they could have went into it a little bit, been maybe a little bit more ballsy. There's a scene where, for example, somebody is being burned to death, and I think that the subject itself is horrifying, but I feel like they handled it in a way where they were trying to be a little bit like they looked at it and was like, this is just too crazy, we're gonna have to tone it down a bit, and that it really comes off that way. It feels like they you know, like pump the brakes a bit before a lot of the death scenes and stuff. So, you know, Silent Hill, it is what it is. I enjoyed it a good bit towards the end, but I was pretty bored through some of the early parts, which I remember liking this film a lot more than I did watching it this time. I give it a 6.5 out of 10. I'll see you guys next week with another review. Peace out.